In this video, I want to share with you one thing you should never do if you encounter a hostile driver on the road. Stick around. This content was unfortunately inspired by a very tragic event that took place about an hour from my house. There's so much to be learned from this situation, and I believe it could save not one, but many lives. This situation hits close to home because this young man was well known by some of my family members. Although I don't know every detail of the story, what I can tell you is that he was shot in his driveway by somebody who had followed him home. Again, I don't know why exactly he chose to shoot the young man, but we know that he had previously shot his wife, and while he shot the young man, he had a small child in his other arm. It was all caught on camera. Another reason why I bring this stuff to the table is that people actually come in my comments and act like I'm paranoid and that this stuff never happens. It happens in this world. I'll cut to the chase. The one thing you should never do if you believe you're being pursued by a hostile driver is go to your house or pull over and stop. I also would never ride directly beside them. I've already done videos in the past on how to conduct yourself on the highway and how to stay out of road rage situations, but this is a very specific thing. This is why I believe it's important to have an adequate amount of fuel in your car at all times. Don't ride around on E because you never know when you might need to drive further than you planned. It's important to know that there are people in this world that will kill you simply for throwing up the middle finger or throwing up some gesture. Out here on the road, people are not playing around. You don't even know who you're dealing with. That's the thing about road rage. If I'm in mixed martial arts competition, I get to study my opponent. You do not get to study your opponent out here on the road. But the truth is, there are people that will get hostile for you for doing nothing wrong. You may make one little move in traffic they don't like, and next thing you know, they're irate. Outside of the importance of already being armed when you're out on the road and having a great sense of due diligence with regards to what's going on around you, if you find yourself in a situation where you're being pursued, it's time to make a phone call, but don't stop. Get on the phone with 911, drive toward a police station, do whatever you got to do to deter this guy and make sure that you shake him before you stop. Some of the obvious signs that you're being pursued is they're tailgating you, they're blowing their horn, you visibly see them making gestures towards you, yelling at you. If they continue, it's definitely time to make a call. Don't engage with them. Just get on the phone if they don't drive away. There's no need for me to go on any further. What happened to this young man was very tragic, and I hate that I'm having to make a video about it. But this stuff happens. I'll at least say that it happens enough to where we need to be talking about it. Society's already in a frenzy. We don't need to allow others to drag us into that kind of energy. We can't change how crazy the world is, but we can change the way we respond to it. If you know you're being pursued, don't stop, don't go home. I'd love to hear your story if you have something similar or an encounter that you survived. Take care.